If you're a student that struggles with managing deadlines and keeping track of your assignments, then this video is for you. Because in this video, I'm going to be showing you my 2024 student Notion page. I've used Notion for school in the past, and having a Notion page has helped me never miss a deadline, stay on top of my assignments, and on top of school in general. So I'm going to be showing you my favorite Notion features and also how to utilize Notion for your benefit. If you're new here, my name's Andrew and welcome to my channel. Before we begin, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's just get into it. This Notion page will also be linked below if you're interested in getting the same Notion page, or if you like the way I formatted my page, it'll be linked down below for you. One of my favorite things about Notion is that it's super customizable. For example, I've customized the cover of my Notion page as well as the icons. I'm going to show you how to do both of them right here so that if you are interested in starting Notion and you're a beginner, you will have the basics down. So to change the cover, it's super simple. I like to find my images off of Pinterest. You press the change cover button and you can upload that file on here. The icon is a little harder to do, so I'm going to show you. So you want to go on this website, it's called giphy.ca, and you search up whatever icon you're looking for. Let's say you're looking for a Sanrio icon, and you have to go to stickers, otherwise it won't look as good. Find one you like, and I'm just gonna pick this one. You press the little link icon right here, and you'll know that it worked if you see the words link copy to clipboard. And then you press the icon, the current icon on, and all you really have to do is paste the link into here, and then you have your little icon. I think this is a super fun way to just make your Notion page your own. And for me, it also motivates me to continue using Notion because it's fun to be able to customize these aspects that you might not be able to customize if you are using a digital planner. And going down, you'll also see that I have a clock here. There are so many clocks you can find online to paste into your own Notion page. If you don't know how to do it, it's super simple. Just type in Notion clock on Google and a bunch of resources will come up. Specifically, the one I'm using is called the Oral Clock. And if you search up Oral Clock Notion, you'll probably find it. Yeah, you can see that there are a bunch of clocks like the one I'm using. And there are also a little tutorial so that you can also do it yourself super easy. At the top, I have an affirmation, and I just like having these here because they're super motivating. And the nice thing about this is that you can change it, so if you want to change yours every month or so, you can do that. And I also picked up some images from Pinterest. Again, this is super simple. You just go to Pinterest, download the ones you want to use, and then I'll show you real quick. But if you press the slash for commands and you scroll down to images, you can upload whatever image you want. So that's how I got these two up here. And again, super customizable. You can choose whatever you want to be on your Notion page, which is what I love about Notion. And then off to the side, I think this is super cute, but it's like a little life progress bar. And at the top, you can see that I have a master to-do list, and I love having it at the top. It's just nice for me to have it be the first thing I see because I'll know what I have to get done. And the nice thing about Notion too is that they have a lot of automation. So for example, I created this button that adds a to-do so that I can just have it here instead of having to search up and create a to-do instead. What I mean by this is the other way you can add a little to-do thing is if you search up to-do. I think it's much easier to just have this button here. And to have a button is also super simple. You just press slash button, and you can also customize it to do different automations. So for example, mine's just adds a to-do button. But I have another button here, and this one adds a new page. So again, super customizable to make it fit whatever you need. And while we're here, I might as well show you, but this is my course navigation page. Because this is my student dashboard, I like to have my courses all in one spot. I'm taking 5 courses this semester, and they're linked here. Again, we have a little icon just to spice it up. And if I wanted to add a cover like I have here, you would just click the add cover button, and then you can upload your own, or you can remove the cover if you don't like it. And the first thing I have in my course Notion page is the breakdown of the course, so the weighting of the course. And I find this super helpful just because with the course syllabus, it's often on Canvas and sort of hard to find, so I like to have it just here. And I also like to study according to this. For example, if there is exam that's worth 80%, then obviously I'm going to study and put way more effort into that than any other thing in that course. And I also have this little visual aid, which you can see, which I find super fun. And you can change it. For example, if the exam is worth 80%, you'll see that. Then this should be worth 20. but I just like having the visual aids there. And then the other thing I have in my Notion page is just my notes. So the semester hasn't started yet, so they are empty, but I essentially have my notes here. Also, I'm offline right now, which is why you can't see the image, but this image is the image here. And then I can type notes in here, and then I can just have them all on my one Notion page. Or the other thing, because sometimes I take notes on my iPad, I can insert the link here as well, so that it's all in one place, which is super nice, and it makes it really organized as well. And then all of these are pretty much the same. Okay, they're not loading because I don't have Wi-Fi right now, so you can't see them, but they're essentially the exact same as this one here. And now we're moving on to the middle section of my Notion page. If you're someone that struggles with managing deadlines and keeping track of assignments, then this is probably going to be super helpful for you. So the first thing I have on the side, if you can see, is a class schedule. And the nice thing about this is that if you look at it, it can get pretty crowded and annoying here. So I can hide it off to the side, which I find super nice. But especially at the beginning of the semester, I don't really remember what courses I have, so it's nice to just have my class schedule here. And also just keeping track of upcoming events, because that's important as well. For example, I could have my final exam dates on here. It's super simple. You just add them in like this. And then I can hide them off to the side so that it's not as crowded here. And then here I can plan my week. I plan my week with the time blocks on the side, just so that if I need to do an assignment by a specific date, I can kind of fill it in here. And what I mean by this is that there are going to be dates that you cannot move around. For example, my econ class, I can't just move that to another time block because my econ class is only on one specific time slot. So I have the time slots here for the things that I can't change. And then for example, if I have a business exam on one date, I can use this outline to see when I can study. So for example, if I look here, I could say, oh, I could study this whole Monday because I have nothing there. And if you're someone who has struggled managing deadlines, then this is a super nice way just to organize everything. And also, if you're super busy and have a bunch of things on your plate, this is also super nice because you can tell when you have free time to study. If you're interested as well, this page is linked below, and also just time block in general. You can do it on a separate piece of paper as well, but that is a tip that I would highly recommend you try out. And then at the very bottom, I have my assignment tracker. I think as students, especially when you get super busy, it's easier to forget assignments and things you have to do. So having them down in one place is super nice, because if you use Canvas, you'll know that it's sort of harder to find the deadlines and when things are due. So having them down in one Notion page can be super helpful. And the nice thing about Notion too is that it has automations that you can use. For example, these due dates will be sorted by earliest to latest. So let's say I have a exam on the 31st, just as an example. It'll go up all the way to the top. And this is really convenient because you don't want the things that are due first to be hidden below in the bottom. And you can also keep track of the status of what you're doing. And obviously this is nice because if you have something coming up and you haven't done it, then it's good to know that you have it so that you can get started on it right away. And that is my Notion page for 2024. Again, if you're interested, the page will be linked below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.